We do a little promo. So what we're doing right now is we're doing a little scene here, and this is my group of actors right here. Yeah, okay. It's a cell phone project that we're doing, and here we go. What are you doing?
I'm on my phone.
You're on your phone?
Yeah,
All right. Shouldn't you be studying?
probably.
Are you addicted to your phone?
Maybe.
What are you doing?
Nothing much, just texting somebody.
Do you think you're addicted to your phone?
Most definitely, yes.
What are you doing, Landon?
Grabbing my phone.
Oh, did you need to text somebody or something?
Yeah,
Why? You're in school right now.
I don't know.
Oh, man. All right. Who are you texting?
Landon.
Oh, no. What are we... Oh, what's happening here? What are you doing?
1 second, I'm about to get a new high score.
Are you kidding me?
It's the heated debate over cell phones in school.
It is a difficult balance. Many teachers say cell phones are a huge distraction for their students. Some parents argue kids should be able to keep their phones.
What does the science actually tell us? You're the expert here. What does the research show about phones in schools?
It looks like it's fewer distractions when you don't have the phone, better opportunities for connecting and socializing. And remember, school is not just for academic learning, it's also for social emotional learning. And we don't rely as much on technology to solve problems. So I actually think it's quite positive.
All right, you guys, your group number one is going to give me a summary of what you found. And what was the project that we did?
So we were doing a project on screen time, on what people's screen time was.
And it was one particular week that we collected data in all my classes, correct?
Correct. Our data showed that the 2 white freshmen had the most hours of screen time. Their screen time ranged from 6 to 13 hours a day on their phone. Then we found that the 1B freshman class had the lowest amount of screen time.
And that was your class, correct?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
Our screen time ranged from 2 to 9 hours on our phone per day. After comparing all the data, we found that the freshmen spend more time than the juniors and sophomores on their phone. The freshmen had spent a maximum of 13 hours a day on their phone.
And how many hours in a day are there?
24.
24 hours, and there was a 13-hour?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
After comparing the numbers, we saw that the sophomores and juniors spent less time on their phone compared to the freshmen. Data from the screen times between all 3 grades surprised us. We had believed there would be many high screen times, but we were surprised to find out how long people just stare at their phones every day.
Seemingly stare at their phones, right?
Yes.
I mean, we don't know exactly what they're doing, but they seemingly are on their phones quite a long time, right?
Before we saw the data, we had hypothesized that the sophomores and juniors would have a higher screen time average than the freshmen. We were wrong. Our freshmen averaged 7 hours a day, while the sophomores and juniors averaged 6. After seeing all of these high hours, we concluded that people need to decrease the amount of time they spend on their phone per day.
And did your group think that it impacted academic performance?
Yes, we did.
It's not great when a school has a sort of uniform rule and parents are behind closed doors saying, take this extra phone so you can put a dumb phone in the pouch, or when they say this is ridiculous, you're the
What
exception.
improves the chances of having it be successful?
The best way to improve it is for the parents and the administrators to kind of be on the same page.
So what did you guys find?
The class with the lowest screen time average was freshman 1B. Their average was only 5.25 hours, and whereas the highest average was 10 hours, freshman second Y. Sophomore junior classes had the lower average compared to all the freshman classes. The maximum screen time for freshmen was 13 hours. On the other hand, the sophomore/juniors was 10 hours, over half of their days on their phones.
You guys found out that it was like astonishing to see how many hours we are actually on our phone. Would that be accurate?
Yes.
Did your group think that it impacted academic performance? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
More people seem to be on their phone. They seem to be more distracted in class.
Students need to focus more on their real life opportunities than on their phone and social media.
Also, we can't count on our kids to have that self-regulation, or our teenagers. We can't even do it. So giving household habits like here is where the smartphone goes or the watch or whatever at, during sources of connection, bedtime, mealtime, anytime in the night, no sleeping in the room with the phone. So you set up those habits and you don't expect them to say like, I'm so excited about it. You just say like, I'm gonna help you with this because it's too hard to do on your own.
I like to remember who pays the phone bill. We're in charge here, okay?
How you guys interpreted the data?
All right, so we had the least amount of hours out of all the classes was 1 hour from the 1 byte sophomore class, and the highest amount was 13 hours from the 2 byte freshman class. We can conclude that the freshman class spent more time on their phones than the upperclassmen.
So the first thing that we notice about the data is that both freshman and sophomore and junior honors classes tend to have a lower average than other classes on their phones. We also noticed that the sophomore and junior classes had a lower average than the freshmen in general, together with between 5 and 8 hours. Students who tend to have a lower average of screen time are usually in a higher level of academics, such as an honors class. So based on the numbers, we can confidently say that the higher the average screen time, the more likely a student is to perform under average academically. This is due not to the fact that phones make you less smart, but they are a severe distraction to students in and out of school.
But when there is something terrible happening, you don't want your kids on their phone talking to you. You don't want pings, and you don't want them distracted. They need to focus on the safety protocols and where they are. So actually, even though it feels better for us, it's kind of what we call a safety blanket that's not real.